Even though the late great Satoru Iwata would be rolling over in his grave due to Nintendo games finally being on mobile devices, nobody could deny the fact that the venture's been a massive success for the above-average sized N. I mean, pretty much every cell phone game they've released so far has been a big deal, whether it be Super Mario Run, Fire Emblem Heroes, Braveheart, or even Miitomo of all things, even though it was only for like 8 minutes. Plus, even though N-Dog didn't actually make Pokemon Go themselves, it's still an immensely popular game made from one of their IPs, which I think makes it clear that quite a few people want to play Nintendo games on their phones more than ever, especially when over 90 million people downloaded Mario Kart Tour within the first week. Sure, it might not have made all that much money just yet, but just because this one game wasn't as profitable as they would have liked it to be, Nintendo's not going to just give up on the mobile market, because 90 million people interested in your product certainly gives them a lot to work with. A lot of people would say it's too late to salvage Mario Kart Tour since a lot of the buzz already wore off, but whether or not that's true doesn't really matter anyway, because Nintendo's still got plenty of other franchises to whore out to the mobile market. And if you take a look at Nintendo's bag of tricks, then you'd realize there's actually a pretty good chance that Smash Bros is bound to get the mobile treatment sooner or later, which I know is a scary thought given how dirty Mario Kart Tour was. However, would that really be the case, or is it possible that Nintendo's learned from their mistakes and to be capable of making a mobile Smash Bros game that didn't completely rip fans off? Well, turn your volume up to full blast, don't take your eyes off the screen for 1 second even if you're driving a car, take your thumb out of your ass and press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and allow me, the ambassador of Hong Kong, Connecticut, Cameron all one word, to go over the likelihood of a potential Smash Bros. Mobile game, and to determine whether or not they should even do it in the first place. Alright, so the first reaction most real gamers would have to Smash Bros coming to mobile devices is probably that of sheer terror given how Mario Kart Tour was booby-trapped with loot boxes. However, despite many of the other concerns that I'll get into in a bit, I don't think stingy loot boxes would be an issue, because I really don't think Nintendo would make the same mistake on mobile with Smash Bros by doing things like making people pay $20 for Mario. I mean, I'm sure there'd definitely be loot boxes and microtransactions out the ass though, because after all, Super Mario Run tried launching at a set price that was more or less fair for what it offered, and it still got called a ripoff anyway. I mean, it still made a decent chunk of change for being a simplistic mobile game that probably didn't have that much work put into it. But when the far less popular Fire Emblem franchise made way more money with the free-to-play method than friggin' Mario, Nintendo learned that that was just the way things worked on mobile. So as much as I personally don't like it, I'm pretty sure if they made a Smash Bros. Mobile, it would definitely be a free-to-play game. Although, I definitely don't think it'd be nearly as stingy as Mario Kart Tour given how little money that game actually made. For some reason, casual gamers think it's ridiculous to pay for video games, but if it starts off as free and locks everything behind paywalls, then somehow they're okay with that. I'm not going to spend too much time on that since I'm pretty sure y'all know how that concept works already, but like I said, even though the idea of microtransactions and loot boxes being in a Smash Bros. Game's not really the thing for me, I don't think it'll be nearly as dastardly as Mario Kart Tour was. The only reason that game was stingier than my friend Lonnie when he needs his lore tabs is because Nintendo just flat out doesn't know what they're doing with loot boxes yet, just like how they haven't figured online gaming out yet. But even though Nintendo usually takes a long time to figure out when they're doing something stupid, even they've got to realize that Mario Kart Tour's strategy needs a lot of tweaking. And besides, if a Smash Bros. Game were to be made on mobile, then we all know that Masahiro the Sackman Sakurai would likely be in charge of development, seeing as how he thinks of the Smash Bros. Series as his baby and other developers as registered sex offenders. So even if Nintendo insisted on loot boxes and things of that nature, I'm pretty confident that Sakurai would be able to find the perfect balance to where unlocking characters without paying wouldn't take too long, while also ensuring that the game's fun. Speaking of actual gameplay though, hardcore fans are probably skeptical that it could even be pulled off in the first place, and I wouldn't blame them for feeling that way either. But I don't know, I think there's probably a way to make it work even if they just had an on-screen controller like Street Fighter. I mean, it'd never be as good as a GameCube controller or anything like that, but I really do think there's some possible way to make it fun, even if it is a little simplistic. I'm definitely not saying the quality'd even be close to the real games, but the thing is, we kinda already have the real games, and there's hundreds of millions of mobile users who don't. So why not let those people get a sample and possibly grow the core series even bigger? Because after all, the bigger Smash gets and the more money it makes, and the bigger the budget will be for future games, which obviously means more new characters to complain about and ban from tournaments. And even if you fancy yourself among the millions of people who'd never give Smash Mobile a chance like this wicked fine lady right here, then fear not. Because even if the mobile version's more successful than the core franchise, it's not like the core franchise is ever going to disappear, even if some people think it will. At the end of the day, mobile gaming and real gaming are two completely different markets, and it'd be incredibly stupid for Nintendo to abandon their roots, or not try their very best to grow in this market that's entirely new to them. Because not only is there assloads of money to be made with cell phone games, but there's also plenty of potential growth for people who might have never owned a Nintendo console. All I know is that if Nintendo's able to make another mobile game that generates buzz like Mario Kart with pricing that's not a complete ripoff, then there's some serious potential for all these casual gamers to check out the real deal at some point. I know most casual mobile gamers are just soccer moms or stepdads with big guts, but believe it or not, some of them are probably people who'd love to play real games and don't know it yet. Which I'm sure probably makes me sound like some kind of Nintendo spokesperson or something like that. But you know what, I'm not the person who goes out of my way to like things that nobody else does. If I like something, then I want as many people to enjoy it as possible to ensure the things that I love don't disappear, and also to spread joy around the world in a way that won't get me arrested like the last time I tried to do it. So even if they made a Smash Mobile that sucked ass compared to the main series, I'd probably still love it as long as Nintendo and Sakurai made one properly. Cause all things considered, it could probably make the world a little bit of a better place, and I truly believe that at worst, the core series would be unaffected by it. And given the fact that it'd make Nintendo zillions of dollars, I think it's only a matter of time before Smash Bros. Comes to mobile devices. I mean, it might not happen for 65 million years, but I definitely think it's inevitable. What do you think about the idea of Smash Bros. Coming to mobile, though? Do you think it's inevitable given how much Nintendo loves money, or do you think Sakurai should veto it at all costs and leave the normies out of it? Either way, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll try my goddamnedest to respond to everybody. But let me tell you, if there's two people who deserve their own Nintendo mobile games to be made in their honor, then it would definitely be today's patrons of the day, Alec Duncan and Michael D. If you want to be badasses like these two, then consider supporting FU Game Crew on Patreon for loot boxes in the mail and other wacky rewards. And if you want to make a cameo, then send pictures or videos of you rocking any FU Game Crew merch like these legendary human beings you see before you. As always, like and share this video anywhere on the internet to help this channel grow. And if you want to prove that you're not down with registered sex offenders, then go ahead and press the subscribe button if you haven't already. My name's Cameron, all one word, and I'll be back with more videos soon.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty, thank you for your support.